Hello, statistical scholars, and welcome to what I like to call part four, or looking at models for decision making. So I know I'm saying part four, but I'm treating this as a part of looking back at all of your statistical history, so stat one included. And really, models for decision making is a good theme for what we're getting into. So, last chapter, we got into the chi-square test for independence, and that's allowed us to check for evidence of an association between two categorical variables, or many categorical variables, depending on which one you were doing, or just one. And so, what we're looking to do now is to learn to make inferences about association between quantitative variables. In Stat 1, you hopefully read or did some of Chapter 4, and that introduced you to the idea of linear regression and the least squared regression line. I'm going to redo that in your first lesson on Chapter 4. You may be tempted to skip this lesson since you did Chapter 4 in Stat 1, but I would highly suggest you at least breeze through the PowerPoints to make sure that you're familiar with all the concepts therein, and to make sure that you didn't miss anything that I might have done that was more detailed than what you might have covered. Sometimes linear regression is saved for the end of a semester and therefore a little bit rushed through. So again, my chapter 4 will be a little bit more detailed than what you might be used to. So, as we go forth and look at chapters 15 through 19, these are all about analyses. Well, we don't do 19, but you get the idea. Which really they're about analysis of looking at trying to do a single quantitative response variable modeled by one or more quantitative predictors and even some categorical predictors. So 15 is going to introduce the idea of inference for us and connect with, the previous chapter is about doing inferences for means and proportions for, well, regression lines. So it's not really surprising that there's going to be a relationship here, and hopefully you'll see that this is really just an implication or a continuation of the same themes you've seen previously. So we're going to do 17 and 18 coming up after 15, and those are really all about how to do multiple regression. So look at this week's videos as, okay, what are all the details behind single linear regression? So predicting a single quantitative variable using only quantitative variables. And then we're going to apply those ideas to what if I want to do more than just a single predictor? And that's where we're going to proceed to in the following week. So enjoy, and I hope you view chapter 4 next, and or take a look at just the PowerPoints and see if you think you might need the video. Thank you.